On 8 acres of Civil War battlefield, field hospitals treated the dying, and according to Terry and Amanda Thomas, most or some of them have never left. Welcome back to the Common Historian. I'm Jeremy, and tonight we're headed to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, where the deadliest battle in the Civil War left behind more than just history. Terry and Amanda Thomas own the grounds where Confederate soldiers walked. So let's get into this. Welcome, Amanda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, doing well. I'm excited to have you guys on here. I know you said your husband's going to be joining you in a few minutes here. So
Yeah.
to get started, what was the first experience that you had that kind of made you a believer?
We started renovating the house because it needed a lot of work. We would come like on vacation with our kids and we all had to sleep in the living. We were all on like air mattress room. And it's funny, but like simultaneously, my daughter and I both woke up at the same exact time. And we actually heard somebody walking in our kitchen. Our kitchen floor is like really squeaky. So we both counted for, and I knew that it was a ghost. So I just told my daughter, I'm like, it's okay. It's a ghost. Just go back to sleep. So that was like our very first, mine and my daughter's very first encounter.
Oh, very nice. Now, I think when we spoke previously, you had said you had some kind of angel experience. I wanted to learn a little bit more about that. So I know when we talked before, you told me about that you had an angel experience. I wanted to learn a little bit more about that.
Yes, yes, we did. Both my husband and I actually in the living room that I'm sitting in now, and I'm actually wearing an angel right now on my necklace. But so what had happened was unfortunately my husband was diagnosed with stage 4 non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver and the doctors had given him 2 to 5 years to live. And we had just found out about the news and everything. Just we're in our living room, we gave each other a hug. We were kind of crying and just was something you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And so after we got done hugging, all of a sudden, I mean, it's really hard to explain, but it was like a translucent feather. If I were to guess, I would say maybe 2 to 3 feet long. It literally came in between him and I, and it actually touched the back of my hair in my body, and it felt like cobwebs in my hair, and I literally it scared me so bad, I'm, like, screaming at him to get it away from us and, like, to get it out of my hair,
Oh,
and I actually received, like, telepathic messages from the spirits, and I was told that I was just blessed by an angel. And then I felt numbness and tingling from my head to my toes. I thought I was having like a stroke or like,
oh,
but I couldn't have been because my husband, and I'm really healthy, but my husband's seen it and experienced it too, but it only touched, like it touched me. And you know how they say you've been touched by an angel? True. I actually wrote about my experience on Facebook because I tell people that come out for my ghost tours about the angels that are here because I'm a real big believer. But it was the most profound paranormal experience that I've ever encountered in my entire life. It
wow.
startled me, scared me, but then after I received that message, I was more calm about it. And actually, my husband is actually in remission now.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think that was clarity from the angel telling me, "Hey, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Your husband's gonna be alright and things are gonna work out."
that's great. That's great and a very interesting story.
Yeah.
I've done many podcasts. I haven't heard a lot of angel stories, so that's why when you told me that, I was like, I need to ask her that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have had also rainbow orbs that show up on our property, and those are also angels.
Oh,
So, yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Now,
very interesting.
to go, I probably should have asked at the beginning, but how did you and your husband end up purchasing the property or owning it?
So my husband, he actually got ended up getting hurt at work. So with the settlement, we were able to move to Gettysburg. We had visited here for our anniversary years prior, and I kept looking at this house years prior on Zillow, and I was like, it's funny because the price kept dropping on it, and I'm like, "Why is the price dropping on this house?" And it had been on the market for 3 or 4 years, I think, our realtor said. And I just you know how they say, like, "A house chooses you?"
Yeah.
That's how it was, like, I was very drawn to this house, and it's funny because there was literally only, like, 3 pictures of it. There was a picture of the front of it, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Now I know why, because the whole upstairs needed to be like, it was down to the studs, it needed to be all completely
Redone.
redone, but it wasn't only that. So our realtor, when we finally came to look at the house, he was like, "People are getting sick when they go in this house. They say they have funny feelings." This house, I didn't think I would ever sell this house. And Carrie and I walked in it and I was like, I feel like this is my home. I'm like, "We're gonna do whatever it takes to get this house because I feel like that we need this house." That there's something that just kept drawing me to the house.
Very nice. Now, the do you what do you know of the history of the house and the land?
Yes, we went to Adams County Historical Society here in Gettysburg, and they had pulled up their records and found out that our property was actually used by Wade Hampton in the Confederacy. And our property and the original part of our house, which was built in 18 roughly like 1820, 1830, was used as a Confederate field hospital. But what people don't understand is field hospitals, they would take in both. So we've found Confederate and Union artifacts out here on our property. So, and the Battle of Hunterstown happened, which is like the next road over from us. So our property was a field hospital.
That that's interesting to find out. Did you know going in purchasing? You didn't know anything?
No, we just knew that I felt that it was haunted. I felt that probably from the pictures, just seeing it on Zillow, and I was okay with that because I was already into ghost stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But we had no clue the history of the property when we bought it. We are actually from Michigan and we were living in a big city and we just wanted to be away from the city, come to Gettysburg. I love the mountains and stuff. And my husband's he's really big into the history part. I'm into the paranormal part more. And yeah, we had no clue what we were getting into when we moved here, which is a good thing now. We embrace it now, but yeah, we had no clue and all the spirits that were lingering here, yeah. And other things, because it's not only spirits that we get here. There's other things that show up too.
Yeah. Now, have you ever had a historian or an archaeologist come out to formally document and excavate the property, or have you just been doing it on your own?
We just been doing it on our own. Now we did have a scientist from NASA come out, and then we also had a geologist come out. And they both determined that our property was on a ley line.
Oh, that probably makes it even more haunted with, and especially
Yeah,
being a field hospital and the battle not far from there. So very
yeah,
interesting.
exactly. Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
that's
of
why
nice.
I said we don't only get spirits, we get UFOs, and there's been some weird alien activity, and my son also seen a cryptoid creature on our house as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's quite a few different cryptids that
yeah.
I've heard of in Pennsylvania. So
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because 'cause we're surrounded by mountains too, so we get but there's just a lot of weird things happening here.
you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and not what we were expecting, but we've embraced it now, and I'm just like, when anything happens, I'm like, "Yeah, that's normal," and people are like, "That's normal to you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm used to it by now."
Now, what kind of artifacts have you found?
So a lot. So my husband has only metal detected maybe 3 or 4 acres, and we have found Civil War bullets, but like little medicine bottles. Trying to think what else. Coins. We found different coins. We found a Washington inauguration button. Yeah, like melted lead all over the place. We've gotten that as well out here.
Wow, that's really cool. Do you guys
Yeah.
keep those on display, or do you
Yes. Yeah, when I do my investigations out here, when we take people down in the cellar, I have a case that I display for people to look at just a little bit of some of the artifacts that we have, and then the rest we have put away in displays in our house.
Okay. That's kinda cool.
Yeah.
For I mix the paranormal with the history,
Yeah,
so
that's
both of
awesome.
them
That might
fascinate me.
Yeah, yeah. My husband just walked into the room now. Do you want
Oh,
me
okay.
to you wanna come over here and
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Glad
So you just said something that makes all the sense. I believe you cannot have paranormal without the history. You can't.
no, and that's why I'm the common historian where history meets the supernatural, I call it. But
Exactly.
it's same thing, just different word.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
So, when did you realize this wasn't just an ordinary old property and that it was very active?
Probably like the first couple of days,
It
really.
was the first day for me.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we knew it right away for sure.
I was here by myself and I called her about 1 o'clock in the morning and she kept asking me, why am I here in traffic? I said, sleeping in the car. I said, there's people talking in the house. My keys got moved and there's nobody here but me. And
Oh,
I'm like, no way, I'm not dealing with that.
that must have been take a little bit to get used to.
It was, it came to a point, I remember, I think it was the first time Amanda and the kids actually stayed the night in the house. I think they woke up in the middle of the night, you and Hope,
Yeah,
and
okay.
just said, well, forget it. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, because we heard the lady engine walking.
Yeah.
Yep.
It came to a point where almost every night we would have, hold on, every night we have a residual that goes up and down the stairs. But the thing about that was my son, when he was in school, would literally sit there and say, hey guys, I got to go to sleep. Will you please stop? And it would stop. So is that residual or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if it responded to him asking, then there has intelligence.
Oh, yeah. Now I noticed like the last few days, the dog has really been acting weird over by looking at our cellar door or our staircase. And a couple times she's shown her teeth and she never does that. So
Oh,
there's something over there.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Yeah.
Now, I know you talked about some of the activity, but what types of activity is the most consistently reported by either you guys or by some of your visitors?
In the house, it's usually mostly pounding, knocking on the doors or opening of doors, opening and closing of doors. That's usually the biggest thing.
See, out in the trails, most of the time people see shadows. That's a big thing out in the woods
Or getting touched.
or getting touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you said you let people investigate in the cellar. Is that kind of separate from the house, or is that
Yeah, it's still in the house, but we take them to the back part of our house and let them go down in the cellar and then the trails.
Which is still being, when it was built, it's still cobblestone walls,
oh
dirt floor. We did find 4 Confederate States of America buttons down there. And then the Confederate grave we have on the property, the gentleman was with the 34th Virginia Cavalry, and down in the cellar, we found a 34th Virginia Cavalry belt buckle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is there different activity in the cellar compared to on the trails?
Yeah. Down in the cellar, we have a phasma box, which is like a spirit box, but without all the white noise. And a lot of people's own loved ones come through to them on that. And out in the trails, it's more of the K2s going off, the shadows, people getting touched. So,
Disembodied voices.
and when we do the tours, we take people to both places so they can experience both things.
And when they come out here, we tell them it's their investigation. So they can investigate however they want to.
Yeah.
We'll show them what she calls the hot spots, and then they are allowed to go off on their own and do their own thing if they want to. Yeah.
That's cool. And also being the fact that I know most haunted locations, they offer more indoor. You guys are offering an outdoor experience, which is completely different.
Completely.
Which
Yeah.
I think it's cool. That's unique.
Thank
So when you coming out to do it?
For myself, I've only done one investigation, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I lived in a haunted house for 2 years, so I'm very new to the actual investigating. I went to Wildwood Sanitarium 2 weeks ago, and it was an amazing experience. Gettysburg is on my to-do list at some point.
Make sure you get out here, because since you love history, I give free tours of the battlefield.
Oh.
But I take the tourists to places that the rangers don't take people.
Oh,
Carving in the stones of the soldiers' names and stuff like that people don't see. And that's where I take people.
oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. When I make it to Gettysburg, I will make sure to stop in to get a tour.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Because I know Gettysburg just fascinates me overall, and your property sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I also interviewed the Farnsworth, one of the people from the Farnsworth, and that sounds quite interesting as well there too.
Yeah,
It
we love
is.
the Farnsworth. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I think I
You heard me.
read
you hear that?
that, Amanda, you kind of call yourself the spirit mom. Is that correct?
No.
The spirit mom? I think I read that somewhere.
Oh, did you? Maybe.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know where I read it. I wanted to ask about it and see if it was something, but if it's not, then
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
it's
I'm more. Oh, you mean the mom to the spirits out
Yeah.
here, the mother hen? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
oh yeah. We have one spirit. We can't even go on vacation because it has to follow us everywhere
Oh.
with us. Oh yeah. And he literally follows us and lets us know that he's there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I was kind of curious on how that kind of developed.
I can't remember if the spirits actually told me. I think they did on the Phasma box.
Actually, Walter came to you and said,
Walter, no, a psychic came out here that we really trust. It was Sharon.
oh yeah, really
And
trust.
she told me that Walter thinks of me as a mom figure, and that a lot of the spirits out here consider me like a mother hen, like a mama bear type for them all, and kind of being their caretaker.
We even have a Facebook Live that she did. Every Christmas, Amanda goes out to the graves and gives them a little gift. And we have one video, I believe it's on YouTube and it is on the website. As we're walking away from the baby's grave, a couple seconds as we're walking away from her, it says, "Hi, Dad." And it's clearly a baby's voice. And then later in the video, we're walking away from Walter and it says, "Merry Christmas, Amanda."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's on the website.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
I know in preparing for this, I did a lot of different research, but I didn't get to watch everything.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It is.
There's a lot.
If I could, actually, we do have somebody that's actually writing a book about his experiences here.
Oh,
Yeah, I could write a book about all the experiences that the family have had. Oh, it'd be so big. Because, and it's not, it is a daily thing. Something happens at least once a day.
Yeah.
The house, it was on the market for so long and people could not buy it.
Yeah, everybody told me.
Yeah. And the thing about that is this house chose us. There was no doubt about it. It chose us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It just sounded like the back door opened.
We're sitting here
We're
hearing
sitting here.
noises.
Yeah, we're sitting here and it sounded like the back door opened.
Earlier, her internet completely went out. And we had
Oh, yeah. That and batteries. Oh, my Lord. Anything
Yeah.
electrical that you have to plug in or something like that, when you go into the woods, I'd say, 50% of the time, it just drains it that quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's another thing that people have problems with out here is their cameras will freeze up on their phones, or they'll put fresh batteries in their camera and they just get drained right away.
Or I've noticed lately, it's been people's phones, they just have them out and all of a sudden they're taking pictures by themselves.
Yeah, that's another thing. The one
Wow.
guy was like freaking out. He literally, and we watched it. He had his phone in his hand, didn't touch nothing, and all of a sudden his phone is taking pictures. Just ran.
Taking pictures.
We're all just laughing because I'm like, it does not surprise me.
No.
I just laugh about it. I think it's great.
So I know you guys have mentioned Walter. He seems to be like one of the more recognizable presences. How would you describe his personality based on what you've experienced?
I would say like a jokester. I always refer to my ghost out here as Casper and his brothers.
Oh,
They're all fun and friendly, and they will try to get your goat. They will do that.
And who did they scare the most?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
no.
They always like to get Terry's goat all the time.
All the time.
So but yeah, he's more just a jokey type. And he told us that he was 20 when he passed. And you think about it, a young kid, we have a 20-year-old son that likes to play jokes. So that's just how a lot of them are out here.
Walter can be serious when he comes through the plasma box downstairs, but he's the one that follows us around on vacation.
Oh.
But when you're on vacation and you're sitting there in a kitchen, you're looking outside, literally watching a hot tub go off and on and off and on and off and on, that is outside of the building, you know something's playing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, have you ever had either a guest or yourselves where they've crossed the line and made you scared enough to have to leave or anything like that?
I have never experienced anything like that.
No, I am the type, one thing, and me being ex-police officer with the military, I do not go in the woods by myself at night. And I do not like to go in the cellar much at all.
Oh.
But I do always have to.
I think people get scared sometimes when they get touched out here because it's not really for other people. It could be crossing the line when you get touched.
Yeah.
Or emotional. You've had a lot emotional because of the loved one spirits that have come through to them.
But other than that, nothing scratchy or anything, none of that kind of stuff.
No.
And if they did, they never told me. And our kids have never, just other than seeing spooky stuff that you don't really want to see, maybe. But other than that, yeah, nothing threatening or anything.
And the historian of all this, like when I do go downstairs, one of the first questions, and I've asked them, for 4 years now? I always ask them, where's Jimmy Hoffa?
Oh, yeah.
And they always sit there and say, Dad. And I'm like, no, I want to know, where is he? Yeah. That's one of my main things to ask them every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did 2 years ago. They picked who was going to win the World Series. Yeah, we asked them who was going to win, and it was prior to the all the playoffs. They told us straight out who was going to win it. But they will not. But they will not give us the lottery numbers.
No, it sounds like you've tried.
I tried. I asked for the number. I asked for the lottery numbers, and they'll give me 1,000 numbers, and I'm like, yeah, okay, thanks, guys.
But yeah, it's good. It's great when they're not going to scare you to the point where you have to leave or anything like that.
No.
That's really great. I really like that. That's one reason I chose the Wildwood was because Their spirits are all very similar to that. And
Yeah,
I didn't get scared at all the whole night.
that's
That's right.
awesome.
I
That's
was
right.
amazed. I thought it was so cool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of people that they'll come out to the woods, and the woods can be intimidating. They're scary at night, but people will get back there with me and they'll be like, Amanda, it's so peaceful out here. And I'm like, see, there's nothing to be scared of. Don't be afraid. And they're like, oh, it's just so peaceful out here. And I'm like, yeah, it's our property is on a higher frequency ley line, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's the higher frequency energies that are coming through, not the lower frequencies of it.
Sure.
And that's what the guy from NASA that came out, he told me that there's different ley lines all over the world. Some are of lower frequencies, others are of higher frequencies. And the higher frequencies let the good energies in, the lower ones let the bad energies in,
Oh,
is what
okay.
I was told. Just a
Yeah.
little bit of science for you.
I've heard of ley lines. I don't know the difference between the two. I'm more the history than the science.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
he's a history. I'm the
Yep. I'm like,
science nerd.
I'm like, okay, just do your science. I'm doing my history. You do science.
But yeah, I almost think going into the woods, I'd probably be more worried about the UFOs and cryptids than the ghosts then.
Yeah, yeah, and I didn't know if you wanted to get into any of that. What
Oh,
what
I go into everything here. I
okay.
talk about UFOs, cryptids.
My son, what he actually seen, and this was when he's 21 now. He was 16. It was maybe a year after we had moved here. He come running into our room. It was probably 3 in the morning, and he swears that he seen what looked like to him a pterodactyl or a thunderbird. It was on the roof of our porch, and he said that it was taking its beak and tapping his window, and the cats were reacting to it and freaking out and everything. And
Wow.
his thoughts were it was trying to get in his room and eat his cats. That's what he's mom. I've never seen a bird that big. He was shaking. And when we've had people try to have him talk about it on camera, and he won't do it. He's so terrified. He literally won't even look out his window anymore. He's got his windows all covered up in his room. And I don't want to ever see something like that again. It terrified him. So I know that what he's seen was real. And these things do exist, whether they're interdimensional. I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
but he definitely seen it, whether it was trying to get in and eat the cats. I'm not really sure, but it was, and I told him, I believe you. I believe you because I know that they exist. I believe it.
Yeah.
So,
We just went out to Point Pleasant, West Virginia last year. And let me tell you, I
Nice.
wish I'd have more time to spend out there
yeah.
because to me, when it comes to the cryptids, there's nothing like Mothman.
No.
Mothman to me is probably number one on that list. And I just want to know more about it. I want to spend more time in the TNT out in West Virginia. When I'd love to see the Mothman here.
I think living in the mountains like we do too, I think these things, if they are interdimensional, they can hide in the woods, or maybe the woods and the mountains give them energy and they can move through times. Because I know there's been Bigfoot sightings on the Appalachian Trail, and we're close to that, and I hike that all the time. And then the UFOs, tons of people in Gettysburg have seen UFOs. And we actually had not like a crop circle, but like a weird circle in our
It
yard.
looked like a crop circle.
It looked like a crop circle in our yard.
It woke up and it was there.
Yeah. And our daughter had what she thought was an alien encounter in her room. She swears that she's seen an alien in her room and then it disappeared, but she said that it had an alien face. Yeah, there's a lot.
No, that's a lot going on.
Our property is like on an energy vortex, I think.
And you believe that with Gettysburg, with everything that happened here, we also have Site R out here, which is the underground Pentagon.
Yeah.
That's out here, not far from here. You have Camp David, not far from here. You have Letterkenny, which is huge with the disposing of ammunition and stuff like that. So I believe a lot of your UFO encounters is because of all that is around here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it all correlates in some sense. We also know I have not seen them in a long time, but we used to have a mini blacked out helicopter that liked to fly around our property and was very intimidating. He's come during the day and at night. And I used to, because I'm a runner too, I used to run our road up and down.
Yeah.
And one time he came from the cornfield area and started flying really low over me. And he actually did that 2 different times when I was outside running. That made me feel really uncomfortable because I'm like, what is he
Oh, I can
doing? Like,
imagine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Well,
like, I'm just running.
and
Leave. Are you monitoring me? What's going on?
one thing is a lot of my friends that come out here are ex-police officers or police officers. One of them was out here one day and it was going real slow over the house. And he took his phone out and he had that app where you can, if a plane's going across, you can get its numbers and everything else on it. When he went on that, it didn't even show that there was anything there. Showed nothing. Yeah. So it's another one of those unexplained things. It's been a while since he's been around.
Yeah. I yelled at him. I was like, what are you doing? Because he was literally just above the power lines and he was like hoovering over me when I'm running. And I threw my hands up in there, like, what are you doing? Why are you so low? You're following me.
I went to the township and asked them, I said, do you have helicopters out for surveying or anything right now? And they're like, no. Why? And I said, we have this little helicopter. And they said, no, there's no surveying being done around you right now.
Yeah.
So
I
explain that.
wonder
It's
if
just
it's
weird.
secret government helicopter
Yeah,
or
We don't even want to get into that part.
or
I honestly think our property is similar to things that happen at Skinwalker Ranch. So I don't know. I was told that there are several properties in the world that are like ours and there that have weird things going on. So I don't know. Anything's possible, really.
yeah, I was thinking either the secret government or
Yeah, that's what I think.
or UFO.
Now,
Yeah, it could be.
if I remember correctly, didn't it happen right after you did your documentary?
Yeah. Yeah,
It started right after she did a documentary. Yep.
that is true. I forgot about that. Yeah, it
But
is.
it was
kind of-
That there.
black helicopters, so maybe Men in Black.
Yeah, could be.
Who knows? We've had people come up to the door and ask to metal detect. And I have let a few of my friends or people I know metal detect, yes. But I've never gone out and passed the word, hey, come on over, metal detect. But then when we're on a dead end street, so you got people that are coming over in nice clothes and just knocking on the door and saying, hey, is it all right if we metal detect? And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's
How do you
strange.
know about the metal detecting? And I never get an answer or anything. So think about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sounds like a lot's going on. Now,
Yeah.
overall, what's the best evidence that you've got? Like an EVP, photograph, or that?
He can show you one on our website right now, possibly pull it up. I would show him we got
Which one do you want to see?
of a soldier in the cellar.
Oh, yeah. So this photo was taken by a gentleman. I asked for the negative. I sent it out and it came back untampered with. So let me get it up here. This is, you ain't going to get it like, how are you going to get it like that?
Huh? Oh, yeah, hold on. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I can.
So he has the kepi, he has the breastplate, he has everything.
Wow.
And that was down in our cellar.
Oh, that is pretty clear.
Actually, it was very clear.
Yeah.
And what made it even better was it was during the world's largest ghost hunt.
Yeah.
And when they did the reveal a month later, the first thing that came up, and this is all televised all over the world.
Yeah.
First thing they said was, we captured a ghost. And they put that photo right up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, let me see if I don't know if you'll be able to see the other one. I'll see if I can get it. But this was a person that came out here and took this one. Oh, I'm getting the glare.
You might
Glare.
not be able
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah, I'm getting the glare.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
can you see what looks like something standing there?
Yeah. What is it? A soldier?
No. Go
What
ahead,
is it?
Amanda. Tell them what it is.
So that is what we call Owl Man. So I'm actually American Indian, and the chief had told me that we have protectors out here, and we have kind of like shapeshifters, but they're like the good ones that are out here. They're protecting the land, the property, and my family. And we have him, and then we also have a ghost bear that people have seen out here as well. Now, we haven't been able to capture that on a picture yet, just people that have seen it.
But we did
And the
capture
chief
the owl.
told me that is American Indian, and they're not to worry. They're just here to protect the land, to protect my family, and to make sure everything's okay here. No, you're not gonna be able to hear that. Show them the tree, though. You could do that.
Oh,
We also have so another thing the chief had advised me to do to honor the spirits out here is he told me to honor a tree out here on my property and bring the tree gifts, and then in return, kind of like a wishing well, but it's like the tree of life. In return, the tree would bring gifts back. And I've had a lot of people take pictures around the tree, get orbs and everything else. But this this Russian YouTuber came out, and he got a picture, which in my mind kind of looks like an angel energy. And I'll have Terry show you that. And that's on the website too, but we'll show you. You can see the light, the blue light.
what
Yeah.
made that credible to me is I watched a gentleman take about 10 photos exactly in the same area. And all of them except for one.
But do you
This one
see how
had
it kind of looks like an angel? Like it has a little bit of a form to it?
It does.
Yeah.
But-
And we were with him when he took the picture, so he couldn't have tampered with it or anything because we were right there with him.
And I
So
will
it was definitely,
put your the address to your website in here in the
yeah,
description. So if anyone wants to go in and look at it, at all the different evidence as well.
yeah. And here, I don't know if you can see this one, but
Oh, yeah.
there is a person standing next to the tree, but it's a
Yeah.
ghost.
Now, remember, one thing that I liked about this one, this was the same gentleman that took the picture of the green thing next to the tree, but a lot of the Confederates wore butternut and what looked like blue jeans. Now look real close. He's wearing a butternut top,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you can see he's not moving because the tree's real clear.
That was really cool too. Very excited about that. But I would
That's
say,
really
yeah, some of
awesome.
those are what people send us. People have gotten other pictures out here, but a lot of people forget to send them to me. So, but a lot of people get the orbs, and I'm skeptical about orbs, but if they have energy in them or they're colored, then they're definitely a ghost, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, when you do your tours or your experiences, how do you structure them for someone who's never done a paranormal investigation before?
I usually will explain everything to them. Like we let people use the K2s, and then I explain to them what they're used for and how to use them. And a lot of the time, so what I normally do is I show people the hot spots on the trails, and then I let them go off on their own. But usually people that have never done it before want me to come with them. And then I kind of just teach them how to investigate, how to communicate with the spirits, and also spiritual signs too. I teach them how they can go home and communicate with their loved ones or the other side as well. So I'm a teacher and a spiritual teacher as well, an educator.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Because I know that you probably get quite a few that have never done the ghost hunting before.
Yeah, yeah. We actually just last weekend we had two people that have never done it before, and they loved it, and the spirits were really good with them out here and did really well with them.
There's a couple things that we try to explain to them. First thing is when they're new and never done this stuff before, one main thing that we try to tell everybody with the paranormal, it's not an on and off switch. So
Yeah.
you can't just turn something on and it's going to happen. You may come out here and nothing happens, but then you may come out here and everything happens. The best way, I tell them, is just have an open mind. If you don't have an open mind, I'll tell you right now, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
If you have an open mind, it's always going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
would agree.
Yeah.
Now, I know you had mentioned a few of the different equipment, but what equipments do you recommend? What tends to produce the best results for property?
I would definitely say K2s and the Phasma box are the best. A lot of people like REM pods too. Those work pretty good. It seems like the spirits there, it's harder to make those go off, but it seems like the K2s are easiest to communicate, and definitely the Phasma box. And that's just an app that you download on your computer. And I think it's $20 or $30 that you have to pay for, and you have it for life. But those are like the easier, and even just on your phone, you can do different phone apps. I think Spirit Talker is a good one, and that's like a Phasma box, but like on your phone. And those seem to be a little, because some of them aren't really that great of apps, and they kind of don't work the greatest. But
one reason we believe that one's pretty good, as we've had it where the phone was saying the exact same thing that the Phasma was saying at the same time.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
so they correlate.
Yeah, they correlated.
Yep.
well, that's
One thing you
Yeah.
don't want to bring out here is cat balls.
they
Because as
don't
soon as
work?
you, oh no, as soon as
They
you
work,
set them
but-
out here, we never find them again.
They end up missing.
We probably put a dozen of them out here, and people have brought them out here. And if you walk away from them, they're gone. We don't know where they went.
Yeah.
Oh.
No idea.
It is, well, it is
Mhm.
pretty,
No idea where they went.
yeah.
Wow. Have you found patterns in what serious investigators find versus kind of first timers? Do there different experiences?
Really? I've noticed a person first time, a lot of times they're getting the same things that a professional group that's come out and done.
Yeah.
A
that's
lot of times.
nice.
Yeah. But I think with the paranormal groups, I think with when people are first trying it, sometimes there's apprehension, but they seem to be very open to it. With the groups, yes, they're open to it, but I'm talking, they have wires going from my house all the way out into the woods and everything else, and just stuff everywhere. And yeah. And one thing, if I have to run electrical cords all the way out, to me, that can interfere, because then you
Yeah.
got electricity out there. We're out in the woods, we have no electricity at all. And I would prefer not having all that electricity out there, because it may set stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And yeah. And you do have to be careful with the K2s, because cell phones will set them off, and actually even smartwatches, I've noticed, will set them off. So I always tell people, just don't have your phone close to them or your smartwatch. But yeah,
I keep hearing something on the back porch.
they know what we're doing.
Yeah, they know what we're doing.
They're like, you're talking about me.
I have a friend who is a Philadelphia police officer. Now he'll come over here, we'll sit at the kitchen table, and he'll knock 3 or 4 times on the floor and just wait. Maybe a couple minutes later, you'll hear taps from the ceiling downstairs in the cellar, tapping back.
Yeah.
And he'll just sit there and we'll just crack up. And we've sat out when I had the backfire pit going, me and him and a few other friends have sat, and we will literally watch shadows at the backfire pit while we're sitting up at the front fire pit. That is fun.
Yeah, speaking of the fire pit, that's kind of part of your experience, I think, isn't it, as well? Kind of after that, most people go and tell what they go around the fire pit and talk about their experiences.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Did you guys do that kind of on purpose as part of the experience, or?
Yeah. I love campfires, and I just, when I dreamed about doing all this, I really wanted that ambiance to my paranormal tours. And we gather everybody around the fire, and Terry will give the history of the property. and we introduce ourselves and everything. And then from there, we take everybody to the trails, let them investigate, and then we take them in the cellar. And then sometimes afterward, they'll come back and they'll tell us what they experienced and show us.
And it's funny when they come out there and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe that just happened."
Because we get a lot of skeptical people out here too, which is absolutely wonderful,
Oh
actually.
yeah.
And a lot of people leave less skeptical or not skeptical at all. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't believe I thought you were just full of it. And then we actually come out here and experience it ourselves. And that's what I wanted with these tours. I really wanted people to, because you can say things till you're blue in the face to somebody
Yeah.
about stuff, but people have to experience it themselves in order to really truly believe it. And that's what I really wanted for people, is to experience it themselves. Hey, it's in your hands, and people don't know how to take that sometimes. They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's your paranormal experience. I'm just along for the ride."
Did you tell them why you started the Haunted Trails?
Yeah, I started this because the spirits I had caught an EVP on my one of my first phones that I had living out here, and it said, "We just want to be heard."
Oh,
And so
That's what started
that's
the Haunted Trails of Gettysburg.
that's what yeah, and I really, it was like a dream that I envisioned, and with Terry's help as well, that making that vision come true,
And with
and just helping other people. I really love to help other people.
with it being the second day battle of Gettysburg and being, some people say it was a skirmish, but I actually believe it was a full out blown battle here.
yeah.
It was the Battle of Hunterstown. It was Wade Hampton versus George Armstrong Custer. Wade Hampton used the property for a field hospital and an encampment. And people, when they talk about Gettysburg, they just think about the national park. They don't think
Yeah.
about everything that happened around Gettysburg. And
Yeah.
Custer almost lost his life here. He
Oh,
was his horse was shot out. He got stuck underneath the horse. A Confederate was coming down with his saber to stab him. And what ended up happening was a private jumped off his horse and was able to save Custer and take care of the Confederate.
wow.
Yeah, which would have changed history all the way around. You wouldn't have had Little Bighorn. You
Yeah.
would have had Custer dying here.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a little known story, I think, because I've never heard that. And
Yeah. Yeah. It took a lot of research.
Now, I know we just talked about skeptics a little bit. What do you guys normally tell them when they come? Or why should there's a skeptic in the audience?
I'll put it like this. The very first time she had somebody that literally sat there and said, "I'm a skeptic. I don't believe in this. No, no way." He was sitting at the front fire pit watching a Penn State game on his phone. And he goes, "Nope." He goes, "I'm doing this for my wife." So his wife's down in the cellar. And he goes, "I'm going to go downstairs for a few minutes just to see what's going on down there." He came up shaking and laughing. And I go, "What's going on?" He goes, "I'm a believer." I go, "What?" He goes, "I am 100% believer. As soon as I got down there, they said my name 3 times and I was done." I was like, "Yep, I'm a believer now." And
Wow.
did not pick up the phone again. Went out in the woods by himself and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just tried to, we have had a lot of skeptics out here, but I just try to tell people to try to have an open mind if they can. And I just try to have compassion for them, because maybe they've experienced things and they just don't want to believe it. Or a lot of people just believe that when you die, that's just it.
I also believe that it's really good to have some to be skeptical about it, because to me, I would prefer to be able to debunk as much as I possibly could.
Yeah.
But when that thing happens that you just cannot figure it out, then to me, that is telling you, yes, there is something actually very different.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I
I only
just,
have a couple. I only have a couple more questions for you.
Sure.
So Gettysburg is saturated with kind of paranormal tourism. What makes the haunted trails different?
Yes, that is very true. There's a lot of other ghost tours and stuff out here. Say mine is different because we have woods that you can actually investigate, and I don't know of any place at all that has woods that you can investigate. And another thing is we bring the positive in the paranormal field. We try to bring out the positive and the good spirits rather than focusing on the negative and evil part of the paranormal. I'm going against the grain by doing the positive, but I know I'm going to get there eventually. If you
Also,
build it, they will come.
also a lot of it, we are the only ones where you actually, I feel, have hands on. Out there, it's
Yeah.
more of walking ghost tours where they tell you the history, but you don't have the equipment. You can't go off and investigate yourself.
Very true. Yeah, I think you have a very unique offering for Gettysburg.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was my dream, and I know I'm kind of going against the grain here, but I'm like I was told by the spirits. They told me never to give up because there was times where I just wanted to throw in the towel because
Yeah.
it's hard as a woman business owner in the paranormal field. It's not always easy, but I'm like I'm a strong person, so I'm like I got this. I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to help you spirits. You got to help me though too. Like bring
Yeah.
people here.
So the last question that I have for you guys, where can people find you or book a or investigation?
Yeah, so we are definitely on Google, and you can find us under the Haunted Trails of Gettysburg on Google, and that will also link you up to our website. And then we are on Facebook as well, and that is just Haunted Trails of Gettysburg.
Right.
So without the za, but
Also, they can watch your documentary.
oh yeah, we're also in a documentary on Amazon Prime called Ghost of Gettysburg. And then I was told too that a lot of people that have come out here have done a lot of YouTube videos with Haunted Trails of Gettysburg. So you can find us on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Maybe even TikTok, because I know I've had people do TikTok out here as well.
Yeah. I imagine if you search any on any of the platforms, you'll find something for you guys.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for you to come out.
I thank you guys for coming on the show tonight.
Absolutely.
It's been
It's
an
our
incredible
pleasure.
conversation.
And Jeremy, if there's anything we can do to promote you, please let us know.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I will. And I'll be, when this airs, I think next Wednesday, the 10th,
Okay.
I'll be going and doing a lot of different shorts on all the different platforms and
Okay.
shooting it out
That
there.
sounds
So
great.
you guys will
Maybe you and Amanda can do a little session with you doing this down with the Phasma box one day.
that'd be great.
Or walk you through the woods. We can
That
always
would
walk
be
you through
cool
the woods.
too.
We'll walk you
Maybe
through.
we can do a special on that and just,
That'd be great.
We'd love to do that. We'd absolutely love
Yeah,
that.
because the anniversary is coming up in a month, and it's going to be probably
Active.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
going to be too active.
Yeah.
That's when I want to leave. That's when I want to leave the house.
Oh,
During the anniversary and the day before Halloween, I want to leave the house. Or full moons.
That's true.
yeah, it brings out the activity.
Oh, does it ever?
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having you guys on tonight. For all my listeners out there and subscribers, non-subscribers, check out the Haunted Trail of Gettysburg.com. Book your investigation. And remember, if you like the interview tonight, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Drop a comment below. And have you been to Gettysburg, or have you went to the haunted trails before? Put your experiences below. And just remember, history never truly dies. It just finds new ways to haunt us. Until next time, keep digging into the darkness.